Hi, everybody. I'm just at work on a lunch break, and I was sitting out in my car. I like to come out here sometimes, and I just like to sit and think and kind of relax and kind of unwind a little bit. And I was just sitting here, actually thinking about financial things. We know that sometimes these things weigh on our minds and weigh on our hearts, but I was thinking about balancing your bank account, balancing your checkbook, your debits and your credits, and things of that nature. And I began to think about some of the things that I'm going through, not necessarily financially, but just some things that I'm going through in my life. And sometimes we kind of want to assign things that go wrong to the devil. And we'll just say, "Ooh, the devil is busy, the devil is busy." But we want to make sure that we are not inaccurately assigning bad things that we deem are bad, or things that are uncomfortable, or things that are challenging to us necessarily to the devil, and giving him those types of credits. We want to make sure that because even in balancing a checkbook or a bank account, if you mix up your debits and your credits, your account's going to be all messed up and everything is going to go wrong. Um, but I was thinking that a lot of times we ascribe credits as things that are actually debits, and debits in our life, that things that we deem are debits, and things that are negative, um, we we kind of put them in the wrong bucket. For example, and when we go through things that are challenging for us, we might say, well, the devil is busy, but um, as children of God, He has let us know that He would never leave us, He would never forsake us. And yes, we do go through things that are challenging, things that are uncomfortable, things that we wish we didn't have to walk through, valleys we wish we didn't have to go through. But we have to understand that these are character building seasons that we have to go through. And we have to understand that we're never alone, and He never leaves us by ourselves. But while we're going through these things, if we're looking to Him for guidance and trusting Him, it's so hard sometimes to trust Him, even when you can't feel Him, even when you can't trace Him. God, I don't feel you. I feel like I'm praying, and I feel like nothing's getting through. But all I can do is believe what you said. Because if you look back over your life, then I can guarantee you that through every situation that you've been through, whether it turned out the way you wanted it to or whether it didn't, you are still here. Things ended up working together for your good. And if you can look back over situations that didn't necessarily go the way you planned, then you can see some of the lessons that you learned. Even if you didn't think you had the strength to walk through them, you're still here. You're still here. So you gain strength even through adversity. And so anybody that's going through some things today that are uncomfortable, I would just encourage you today to just keep holding on, and just keep your hand in the hand the one that's holding you, the one that keeps you, the one that sustains you. I sometimes thank God because that I don't have an overabundance right now, because I know He's trying to teach me some trust. I admittedly have some trust issues, and not because God is not good and not because God is not trustworthy, but a lot of times we are guilty of walking by sight instead of faith, and we should be walking by faith and not by sight. Um, but I would just want to encourage you today to continue to trust in God. His credit is A1. It's good, it's good, it's good. It's off the charts. And there is no failure in Him. So if you're going through some things, just continue to keep trusting, keep walking, keep walking, keep walking. If you don't see anything but darkness all around you right now, just keep walking. Eventually, you'll see that light at the end of the tunnel. And you can really look around in your life, and even though things are uncomfortable and you may be frustrated, then you can still look around and you can see God everywhere. even in the breath that you breathe. You don't even have to think about it. God has designed you fearfully. He's designed you wonderfully, so you don't even have to think about that breath that you take, that breath that your children are taking, that breath that your parents are taking. And the little things. A lot of times we get so wrapped up in what we're going through and our uncomfortable feelings and our frustrations that we don't realize and we don't understand that we are blessed beyond measure. We are blessed beyond measure, and that somebody somewhere is praying that they could have a life just like you have right now. So I would just want to encourage you, just keep going. If you're in the valley, keep going, keep going, keep going. The valley season is going to come to an end, and you'll be on your mountaintop once again. And then there are seasons for everything, according to the Word of God. There's seasons. There's a season for this, there's a season for that, and sometimes we go through challenging seasons. Learn what it is that God is trying to teach you in your season and just keep on going. Be encouraged today.